Harihi Om. Om Tat Sat. Sai Ram. In the last 6 weeks, we looked at the 6 wealth or the 6 virtues known as Shat Sampati. Today, we move on to another set of expressions or terms or phrases which are of equal significance. And the first one that I want to start off with today in terms of phrases that have a link or nexus with the yoga or yoga sastras. So we're looking at something called Ishvara Pranidhana, right? Ishvara Pranidhana. So the term Ishvara Pranidhana is actually made up of 2 words, Ishvara and Pranidhana. Ishvara, as you know, as I've said on many occasions throughout the various discourses, Ishvara means supreme being, or God, or Brahman, or ultimate reality, or your true self, or the ultimate consciousness, super consciousness. I've always said that you've got 3 levels of consciousness. At a physical level, you've got your conscious self. At a mental level, you've got your subconscious self. And of course, at a universal level, you've got a superconscious self. So Ishvara could mean that universe or your universal true self, which is Ishvara. Pranidhana has got, 2 or 3 different meanings. Well, the word Pranidhana can mean to fix something, right? But if you take it into 2 words like pran as in breath, and nidhana. Nidhana means having that sense of equanimity in your breath. So pran, nidhana, nidhana, okay? The other meaning of pranidhana is, of course, prana is your breath, and dhana means charity. So giving your breath as charity, right? So we look at it in this context. Ishvara Pranidhana means where you use your breath to get a sense of equanimity so you can give yourself, so you can gift yourself to that Ishvara or to that one supreme conscious being. So basically it means giving up your actions, right, to the divine, and of course, to humanity. Dana means you can't give dana to God. You have to give dana to God's creation, have humanity, right? So in the Upanishads, you would have heard me say when I covered the Upanishads, and they're all there now, accessible on the YouTube channel. I've always said that, Ishvara means a state of collective consciousness where you are as, a Jivatma, you are trying to link up with your Paramatma or seeking that supreme being or the Parabrahman. So it is not an issue that Ishvara means is something that has a form or something that has a figure to which you're trying to relate, right? Of course, I've also mentioned that, the form and the formless are but 2 sides of the same coin, depends which side you're looking at. So if you're looking at Satguna Brahma, then these are gods with form. If you are looking at Nitguna Brahma, then these are gods without form. So Ishvara Pranidhana relates to that which does not have a form, right? So because God is, God represents this collective consciousness, and we are a spark of that consciousness. All we're trying to do is expand this spark so that the spark becomes part of the whole conscious self that you are. And so that you can then become one with the universe, right? It's in other ways, pran nidhana means, meditation. And hence we are going into the yoga sastras now. Meditation, pran nidhana means having a breath that is consistent so that you become in a state of equanimity, nidhana. In a state of nidhan, where you have sama and you have dhamma. Now, I've looked at sama and dhamma when I looked at the 6 virtues or Shat Sampati. So you can see how these are all being linked up as a chain, as a causal link from one thing to another, from another to another to another to a greater thing, right? So Ishvara Pranidhana simply means letting go and letting God, to put it very simply, right? So giving up your breath, that does not mean dying, right? Giving up your breath means you are at that state of nidhana where it won't make a difference to you if your breathing stops, because that is what you've given as dhana to the Ishvara, which is the consciousness. So this actually is a state of samadhi, right? Of course, I'll be looking at the 8 stages of Ashtanga Yoga, like yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So Ishvara Pranidhana is actually the end result of all these 7 stages leading up to the 8th stage, which is samadhi. Samadhi, prani, dhana, pran, nidhana. So this is Ishvara Pranidhana, simply put. Until I see you next time. Anyada Sharanam Nasti. Om Tatsa. Om Tatsa. Om Tatsa.